All right, everybody, we're about to head out on public roads. So before we really do this, make sure you get your permit because we don't want to deal with, any legalities. And yeah, if you ride perfect or drive perfect, you never, get pulled over and whatnot. But if you're a brand new rider, you might drop the bike at the stop sign or at a stoplight, or you might accidentally tap somebody, or somebody even taps you. Let's say you're perfect, but somebody taps you, hits you. You don't want to deal with that extra legality. So get your permit. And but yeah, we're gonna go ride a public road. So I set myself up on a little destination here on my Google Maps, and I'm using my rock form mount. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to take as much as I possibly can off my brain where I need to know where I'm going. So I could just glance at that so I can focus heavily just on the motorcycle, even though I know exactly where I'm going. When you start doing something new, you kind of just block out a lot of different things. So that's going to be helpful. I'm using my Cardo Pack Talk Edge for it to communicate to me where I want to go. So that's also good. So rock form, Cardo, there's some links for some discounts if you want that, but it's not necessary. It's what I like. So we're going to go ahead and just do what we were doing. We're riding around here. And we're going to do the startup process, and we're going to head on the public road. If you don't feel comfortable heading on the public road yet, just do like a quick U-turn or head back home and keep practicing your neighborhood or the apartment. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the key. We're going to do the whole process again. I'm going to swing the leg over, and we're going to go ahead and set it up, side stand up, engine start because I'm in neutral. I'm feeling pretty confident. I've been doing this for a while. So the first thing that we're going to want to do, I'm going to go and put this down so you can hear me a little bit better. First thing I want to do is just friction zone throttle control. I know where my gate is when it comes to the apartment. Put myself into first gear and friction zone. And I'm just going to kind of creep out here. This is what I like to do whenever I get out of my spot, is just double check traffic. That's going to be helping you out when it comes to when we're out on the road itself. And remember, we're going to be utilizing the plan method. So we're going to position ourselves for safety, locate hazards, and then assess and navigate. So we got this car here kind of just sitting here. I have to go out this other gate. Okay, we start to move. Perfect. They're going to go ahead and activate the little switch thing underneath. So it's going to open it up for me. I'm going to wait for them. And what it's saying on my GPS is I have to take a left-handed turn. Now, don't panic too much. Just wait for a big opening, okay? So we're putting ourselves in a position, we're locating hazard situations. And for us, since we're new, taking a turn on traffic is scary because then you got to accelerate to the flow of traffic, okay? So now we're adding cars and then road rules. Okay, look, perfect. There's no vehicles. This is a great opportunity. I could just pause for a second. Okay, friction zone, throttle control. I'm gonna go ahead and go out. I'm doing it slowly so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm looking where I want to go, and then now when I'm here, this is that straightaway in the apartment. We're gonna go ahead and do the shift. And we're gonna increase some speed, and I'm gonna turn off my indicator because they don't auto cancel. And I'm getting to the point where it's like second gear is not good enough. Oh no, first time ever, third gear. Here we go. Speed limit is 35 miles an hour. I'm gonna sit in the middle because there's road debris on the right. Nice space cushion to the left. And I see on my GPS I have to turn left. There's no cars behind me. This is perfect. It's a stale green light, so it's probably gonna turn red for me. And honestly, there it is. I don't mind if it turns red for me because now I get to go ahead and use my indicator, head check on the mirror, and I'm gonna start downshifting. So start downshifting a little bit sooner than you think you need to and get up to the line. Okay, so I'm doing some slow speed here, and I don't like to sit in first gear all the time at red light, especially if I'm in the front. I'm gonna go and put myself in neutral, and I'm double checking, and I keep my hands on the stuff. I'm double checking in my mirror for that white car behind me, seeing if they're gonna get too close and whatnot. They're slowing down. Okay, perfect. So it's a red light. There's no arrow here, so I have to wait till all this traffic that's going through to go. You can creep up into the intersection if you want. Now, what I'm looking for when it comes to intersections like this, you see all the road debris and gravel right there, I'm avoiding it. Now, I have enough time to plan, like my left-handed turn here. So I'm looking at the ground where the left-handed turn, like where I'm going, and see if there's gravel. I see some road repair, a pot or a manhole cover. I'm just gonna go over that road repair because it looks pretty good. And so now we have an open traffic. And if you need to, go ahead and paddle walk it and then pick your feet up and then just aim for that first available lane. We're getting to this point, turn off my indicator. I have to shift into second. And I don't care about other traffic mainly. I'm kind of focused on myself, shifting to the third. And I have to get into the right lane at some point. So I'm doing head checks, indicator. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the other lane. And I'm gonna turn off my indicator. So I'm just repeating and saying like what it is I'm thinking as a new rider, like what to focus on. I know it's a lot, but really you're just kind of focused on your actual riding ability. So I'm gonna roll off the throttle, avoid this manhole cover. It's a red, that's fine for me. I'm gonna start downshifting. I'm gonna use my indicator, downshifting into first gear, because that's where I'm gonna take off from. I'm gonna practice my stops at the line. There's no traffic. I'm gonna go ahead and accelerate, get into first gear, avoid that little line in the middle, shift into second gear, turn off my indicator. Speed limit is 40, so I'm probably gonna get into fourth gear, so that's fun. There's a pothole there. And if you're brand new, just stick to the right lane in the United States. You're the slow one. They kind of anticipate slow people on the right side, so that's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and increase my speed to fourth gear, get closer to 40 miles an hour. Now, if I'm not comfortable at 40 and there's like no real traffic, that's the side of the vehicle right there, they're not coming out, that's good, then I'm just gonna stick to 35. But on this long, it's kind of straight, I'm gonna go ahead and increase it to 40 just to see what it feels like. And it almost feels the same. Maybe it gives you a little anxiety and you're like, oh, I don't like 40. Well, that gives you an idea of maybe stick to the apartments until you get comfortable with your riding skills, or turn around right here and just stay on this 40-mile-an-hour road and practice your U-turns until you get used to 40 miles an hour. So I'm avoiding as much of this road surface hazard as I possibly can. Cars pass me, I don't care. I'm just looking for these intersections right here, and if there's any cars coming out, because that's part of locating hazardous situations. Assessing relevant threats, there's no relevant threats. Perfect. Stay in my position for safety. If anybody starts pulling out, I have to navigate, and that's where that emergency swerve really comes into play. Emergency braking comes into play, so pulling the clutch, pulling the brakes. Okay, and then friction zone it back in, and you should be good to go. So I dropped from 40 to 30, not a big deal. So we're coming up to an intersection right here. It's green for us, it's stale green, so I'm gonna go through it, but I'm looking for left turners and anybody turning right in front of me right here. There's no traffic whatsoever. It's still green. At this point, I can't stop in time, so even if it turned yellow, I'm going for it. I'm not gonna panic. And now I'm through the intersection, perfect. So we have our first bump right here. So one thing we really haven't covered is how to go over bumps. So you're gonna lift your butt up like this, real quick, over that bump. We have a car behind me, I don't care. So here's a bump on the railroad tracks, lift my butt up, and go. And the reason why that happens is that when that back tire hits that bump, it's gonna go up, and so you wanna use your legs in that space between your butt and the seat as a shock absorber so it doesn't like buck you. Pretty weird. Okay, I'm just going 40, and it says 45, so I'm gonna increase my speed to 45. And I see on my GPS, because I wasn't even paying attention to where I was supposed to be going, I have to turn right here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my indicator. I'm gonna not roll off my throttle now, but now, once I got into this turn lane, I'm gonna roll off my throttle. It's a nice area. So I'm gonna start downshifting. We have a left turner right there, but hopefully they follow the road rules and allow me to go first. It seems like they are. So I'm in second gear, making a nice easy turn like we were doing in the apartments. Now I have to turn left right here. Here's another bump, same thing. No stop sign for me, lift my butt up. And I'm gonna make this turn nice and easy. Okay, it's a 35-mile-an-hour road. It's a little curvy. I'm gonna turn off my blinker. I'm gonna stay, there's no one here, so it's like, screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and stay about this. I'm enjoying it. This is my first real curve. Get a good feel for it. That was pretty easy. There's a sign here that says there's gonna be a stop sign. And looks like there's another speed bump ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and just maintain this until I get closer. I'm gonna roll off the throttle. See how I'm slowing down? So I don't even have to brake right now. I'm just slowing down, and I'm gonna go ahead and shift into first gear, friction zone it, no throttle. Getting closer, going over the speed bump. At slow speeds, it's not a big deal, but you could try it out at slow speeds and see how it feels on your butt. No traffic. Nice friction zone. Into first. Shift into second. And the whole point of this is that we're getting used to riding on the road with traffic. The only thing that we added from the apartments to this is that now we have traffic and road rules we have to follow. We absolutely have to follow road rules. The stop signs, the stop lights, You know, we have to get to the flow of traffic, and this is why you want to have your permit, because if you're messing around and you're going super slow or you're running red lights, if there's a cop around, you're gonna get pulled over and be like, hey, what are you doing? So we're going through this corner. I feel pretty good. I'm just gonna go 25. There's no traffic behind me. If there was, I'd increase the speed and shift into third and get to 35. But I have a turn right here, so I'm rolling off my throttle. It's gonna slow it down. I'm gonna shift down, apply a little bit of front brake and rear brake at the same time. And I'm comfortable making turns at second gear, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a nice, easy turn. All right, turn off the indicator. And I have to turn left right here, so I'm going to use my left indicator, 15 miles an hour. Not too bad, not too bad. And we're going to come up to here, and now we're in the parking lot where I do the smart rider drills, and this is a good area to practice all that stuff. So I'm going to turn off my indicator. I'm in first gear. I'm going to shift it into neutral. I'm going to put my side stand down, set it down, engine shut off just to practice. Turn off the bike battery with the key, and then slide right off. Now, this is all you have to do just to kind of start. So I would pick an area that's within 10 minutes, so you're not overwhelmed with, like, you know, a 30-minute ride. Oh crap, I have to like do this for 30 minutes, because your brain's going to get tired, especially the first few times, and then you're going to start making mistakes. So you want to get yourself in a nice, quick, easy 5 to 10 minute ride. Maybe do a 5-minute loop back and forth. And because the only thing that we're practicing at this point is traffic. We're adding some traffic here and there. And if you want to go crazy, go ahead and go during rush hour. But if not, and you only really have the weekend, I would pick something super early in the morning where there's nobody really waking up, and pick a road that is close to the home. Or pick something at a certain time where there's not a lot of traffic. So I'm doing this today. I think it's a Thursday at like 11, where people are still at work and they haven't even left the office to get, you know, food or anything like that. And then that's why I do that, because you minimize how much traffic versus having to go crazy with a lot of traffic. And so we just did that. Now we could stay here in the parking lot and practice our U-turns, or we can keep doing that for a little bit. But we're just gonna go ahead and have some fun on this next lesson. It's a quick one. Just go ahead and practice your plan method and enjoy yourself.